SAT prep course in Khan Academy. And so the first thing that you're going to want to do is set up an account if you have not done so. And if you have not, then you can check out my other video on how to set up your account, and that is just a quick 2 minutes. It's super easy to do, especially if you are already logged in to your Gmail account, which, as you can see for me, I've got a Gmail tab open up at the top, and my account is logged in. So once that is set, just open up a tab and go to khanacademy.org, and instead of using the start options, just go up here to the login option up on the top right corner and click on that and continue with Google, and it will redirect you to the site. And there's nothing extra that you need to do. And your dashboard is probably going to be look just a little bit different, which is okay. But one of the things that you're going to want to make sure that you do, just for housekeeping purposes, up here at the top under courses, you're going to want to make sure that this SAT option is selected. And you can see you've got today's goal and all this kind of stuff. But this is when you want to take a look at what your students are doing from a teacher perspective. You can go to this site and then you can check out some of the different practice modules and things like that. So it's a nice way to kind of experience what your students are experiencing. But back to the start, anytime you want to go back to the very beginning of the site, just up at the top in the middle it says Khan Academy. Just go there, and that will take you to your dashboard. Now, as you can see here, I already have an SAT prep course set up, and it says that I have students in there. But in order to see how that works, I'm going to set up another one. And in order to do that, you just click on Add New Class. And then enter your class name. And for that, you can label it SAT Prep or Seminar SAT Prep, or for my students, it's the class of 2021. I could set up a 2021 class of SAT Prep. You can see that you also have the option of importing your class from Google Classroom. If you do use Google Classroom and you are all logged in, it's a simple matter of pushing that class or that course over into here. But I'm going to assume, just for purposes here, that you don't have that set up. So you just click, after you title it, you just click on Next. And then where it says Add Courses for your class, one of the options that you can choose is Test Prep. So you go down here and click on SAT, and that's what you're going to want to do. There are all sorts of other ones in here if you are an educator and you want to work with any of your actual instructional courses. You can add that as well, but for this time, we're going to go with SAT, and then you just click Next. And then for options here, if you do have Google Classroom and you want to invite them via Google Classroom, that's super easy. It is possible to have students set things up and then make passwords, and that's kind of difficult to do. Probably the easiest option here, unless you do have Google Classroom, is just allow students to join with a link. And what this is going to allow you to do is set up your course, and then you've got like a 5 or 6 letter code, and once the students log into Khan, all they have to do is enter that code, and then they are automatically enrolled in your course. So I'm going to choose this option. And you can see here is, I'll zoom in here, this is that code that I spoke of. Now, it's not exactly easy to memorize or remember, but it's just an easy matter of posting this on the board or copying and pasting this onto a presentation that you might have, or a simple email to your students. And you can see that the option here, you have options for copying. You also have an option to print instructions as well. And if you're not confident that your students are able to do this on their own without specific instructions, you can click on this print instructions option, which I just did, and then it lists this off. And as you can see, it's a quick, just 4-step process for the students. And what you can do is just give them that class code here. They put that in. And this is a nice print-friendly page in that it's got 4 sets of instructions on each page. So a typical class of 30, you're only printing off 8 or so of those. But I'm going to close this tab on the instructions. You could always save or download or print this page if you would like. But I'm going to close this tab and then back to the option here. I'm going to go with next. And at this point in time, you've got different options. It says explore our SAT content if you want, and you can do that if you would like, which we can take care of in the next videos. But I'm just going to close this for now. And you can see that my SAT Prep sample course that I just created is visible here. It says I have 0 students that are available. And if I click on that course, these are the different options of things that are allowable to assign. But specifically, before you get started, what I'd like to point out is if you ever forget that code, you can see that that is still available up here in the top right-hand corner. Anytime you click on the class, that code's going to be available, so you don't have to worry about losing it or misplacing it. So that's how you set up a course.